Let's go take some photos of some cherry blossoms. Hi, my name is Emily and welcome to my channel. Today is my Saturday, but it's actually Friday. Some cherry blossoms just recently bloomed in Jackson Park, which is just like on the opposite side, on the southern side of the Museum of Science and Industry in Hyde Park in Chicago. So I want to go over there and see if they're still in bloom. I know that they recently bloomed, but the weather here has been like, one day it'll be really warm, the next day it'll be really cold. It's about 48 degrees right now. So I kind of want to see if they are still visible. All right, so I'm suited up, ready to go. I'm gonna take my Olympus TG7 because I kind of want to test out landscape shooting with it and also doing some macro. Obviously, my DJI I will take. I was thinking I would take my Nikon ZF, but I think I'm just going to do my Nikon C50 just because it's a crop sensor lens and it's a much smaller, lighter camera, or crop sensor camera. It's got the 16 to 50 like zoom kind of lens thing on it, so I just have a little bit more variety available with it when I shoot with this. It's also, I just enjoy shooting with it. It's just, I don't know, been a really good camera for me, so I know it's not as exciting as the ZF, but I like it. I do want to take my ZF out sometime. I just got like some cool filters for it, so I kind of just want to see how those look. I think those are more for like nighttime lighting and stuff, so we'll see. Anyway, let's go. So I'm here and it's pretty busy, even though the weather is kind of crappy for taking good photos anyway, but it's cool that everybody's out and about. So now I'm on the wooded aisle part of Jackson Park, which is kind of cool. Because it has like these different trails that you can walk around on. So I'm gonna go kind of off-road and check out over here. But it's just kind of like a big loop. And it's kind of cool because you feel like you're really isolated, but you're surrounded by people and you're in a big city. But yeah, here's people over here that I'm walking up on. So I am almost to 63rd Street, and I'm pretty close to one of my favorite things, which is this replica statue of, like, I don't know, something from the World's Fair. You know, if I wouldn't have tried to talk about it, I would have remembered all the details, but since I tried to talk about it, forgot everything. But I believe the statue was like what was at the gates, or one of the gates anyway, or maybe at the center of the World's Fair, of like the main midway. And so it's just this big golden statue that's like on 63rd Street and kind of cuts in between two parts of Jackson Park. And I just kind of wish, I don't know, I kind of wish it was like in the park so you could actually like walk up to it and stuff, but it's just something you kind of have to drive around. So let's see how close we can get. I mean, we can get like across the street from it. I'm not gonna walk across 63rd Street to get to it, but it's just really cool. Oh, perfect. I was like, I don't really want to go over there because I think that way. Ooh. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like this is kind of more of the lagoon that goes around the. Oh, is this like the harbor? This might be the harbor-ish kind of area. No, because I think the harbor's over the other way. I don't know, that's some type of lagoon thing over there. But this goes over to 63rd Street Beach, which is cool. Everything's really cool, as I always say. I think that's like one of the oldest park field houses in the city, and it's just massive. It's kind of amazing. This is the other side of the lagoon when we're on the museum, which you can see in the background over there. And then that area over there is the wooded isle. So it's just kind of like this little wooded island that you have to cross some bridges over. I don't know if you can see that more colorful spot kind of straight ahead. Let's see if I zoom in. Nope, not working. That's the Osaka Garden. I don't know how visible that is. But yeah, just kind of cool. I'm glad it's a little bit cloudy because otherwise it'd be kind of hot. But there's some ducks in the pond. It's just very, very peaceful, very, very cool. That water is still, except for where the ducks are swimming. So we finished our main loop. I'm now on the backside of MSI again, just on the other side of the, I think it's called the Columbian Basin, or Columbia Basin, since it was created for the World's Fair, just like MSI was. I mean, MSI wasn't created for the World's Fair, but that building was created, and then I think it was a temporary structure, and then became a permanent structure over a bunch of ridiculous efforts. I don't know. It's so wild to me that people figured that out. But yeah, we're just walking up the other side. And beside there's some more cherry blossoms, but it's pretty much the same species as what we saw earlier. Such a pretty view. I was like, is it recording? Okay. Alright, so I'm back. It's gone for like maybe an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. I walked way more than I intended. I did not mean to walk all the way around Jackson Park, but I did. Or at least that part of Jackson Park. Jackson Park is massive. Yeah, I didn't take as many photos of the cherry blossoms as I would have liked. The sky was just kind of weird, and now it's kind of opened up. So it's now way brighter than what it was, and I think some of the clouds are blowing away, so I don't know. I might run back over there tomorrow earlier in the day and just see if I can get some like good photos with blue background. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's look at the photos that I did take. All right, hair's down, photos are uploaded. I think the best way to do this is to just pull up my Lightroom and screen share that, because I want you to see everything, because I'm going to be real with you. I hate all of these pictures. And sometimes you're just going to have photo days and you're just going to hate everything that you take. And that's okay. So I'm going to share with you all these photos that I hate. No, I don't hate all of them. There's a few that I do like, but for the most part, I'm kind of like, meh. I think I made a few mistakes, which was, one, shooting on a gloomy day. Which, like, I don't know. That's a good challenge. But I think, like, the Chicago is just very gray sometimes, and that comes across in these photos. It's just not, not what you want when you're taking pictures of, like, spring flowers and stuff. The other thing is, like, I wish I would have thought to swap this lens thing to be either the light ring, like the flash ring that lights up everything, or the flash diffuser. I just couldn't get the photos that I liked. Macro photos that I liked for this for whatever reason. But yeah, and I'm going to look up how to do screen recording because I forget every single time. I never know. MacBook screen record. What's the shortcut? Command-Shift-5. You'd think I would have remembered that by now. But nope. Alright, Command-Shift-5 and 1, 2, 3. Recording! Okay, wow, I'm really annoying right now. I think it's recording. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Alright, I'm not sure if this is exact photo order. Might be pretty close. Anyway, close-up of a cherry blossom bud. I like the colors, actually. I was just complaining about colors. I do like these colors. I think sometimes the JPEG... Oh no, this is the ORF. The ORF. Sometimes I think the JPEG can look a little bit better, but on this particular photo, I actually think the ORF, the Olympus RAW format looks better. Yeah, I don't know. Landscape photo. I just don't really care for this camera for landscape photos. I think you just can't capture enough detail for it to look good. This also looks pretty grainy. Which would be fine if that's what you're going for. I don't know. Yeah, it's just real pixelated, and I just don't really care for it. It's a little less grainy on the JPEG, but it also just looks very, very digicam. Ugh. I don't know. Maybe on a really bright, sunny day, it would look good. I should have taken it out when I was out recently during the day. This, okay, I was like, it's still with my Olympus. Yeah, I think, like, I don't mind the artifacts of the camera with macro. The grain doesn't bother me, the pixelation doesn't bother me, but it really bothers me in this landscape photo because it just looks like you took it with your phone, and it's like, I want to use a camera because it looks like a camera, not a camera that looks like a phone. Yeah, I like it. I think I like this one the best over this one. Yeah. Ugh, very, very fuzzy. I don't know. It's kind of, this was when I realized I made the mistake of not bringing the light ring. Should have brought the light ring. Couldn't get good photos. Another attempt at a landscape-ish photo. I don't mind this one as much. The grain doesn't bother me. I think because it's still like relatively close subject. It still works okay. It's just a photo. This could have been so cool had I had the right tools with me. I do think this one turned out nice. Still pixely, but I think overall it looks like something's going on. I kind of wish this was more of a close-up so you could actually see more of the microscopic details of the flower. And then you can see that this is with a flash. It looks very much like flash is happening. So I don't really care for that. I do like this little bud in the background. Little cutie. Little cutie there. I don't know what these are, but they were weird. And the other day there was this woman who's standing in front of him and just laughing and being like, these are so cool. What is this? What is this? And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was her. Tried to get a photo of it, but then I felt self-conscious because there was somebody like right by me, and I was like, now I'm nervous. So I took some real blurry photos, and then these are photos of some flowers that weren't from today. So yeah, I don't know. Not super thrilled with any of these photos. I think I like this one. These two right here because they're the same photo. And yeah, I do like this bud photo. I think is nice. But yeah, I really only took photos of the cherry blossoms with my Olympus, and I really wish I would have had my flash diffuser lens on it. I think the flash ring would have been too intense. Flash. Hell yeah. I don't know what I was trying to do here, but I thought it was cool because it was just like a little pool inside. Whoa, whoa, why are you going over there? Hello? I'm over here. Is there a ghost in here? Did I just take over my camera? Do you like my messy closet behind me? God. Anyway, okay. I'm in a really weird mood today. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Let's actually go to the beginning. Okay, so this is the first photo I took of the Nikon Z50. I do like this photo actually. I think it turned out cool. Could definitely edit it color-wise a little bit. It's essentially the same photo, so not much different, but I like the first one more. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it almost has the same issue that the Olympus had, where it's just this grainy, boring gray landscape. I think this photo actually turned out pretty cool. I would probably like fix the angling of it a little bit. Although that looks really weird. The bricks on this side, but I think it looks more aligned this way. Same photo. I tend to take the same two photos, same thing, 2 times in a row. Really bad to do that with film. I keep catching myself doing that with film. I actually do like this photo. I think like if I like beefed up some of the colors a little bit, that could actually look pretty nice. That's probably too much, but whatever. More just kind of showing like how many people are around and all the trees and stuff. Actually climbed up on a thing that I don't think you're really supposed to climb up on and walk on to take this photo. Didn't really turn out as cool as I thought it would be. I think I took this photo from that because I thought that would give me a different angle. I feel like all it did was kind of make the Obama Center look shorter. I saw a guy taking a photo in this pool puddle, and then I wanted to copy him and do it, but then I think he was annoyed that I was copying him, so then I just walked away. I thought this fire hydrant was funny because it's like green and pink looking. And had the sky been like brighter, I think it actually could have looked cool with all the cherry blossoms. More cherry blossoms. You can see this one's kind of melting or whatever they do. Blurry cherry blossom photo. I think this is slightly less blurry. Alright. Yeah, this is just from the other side of the basin looking back at the museum. This is like on a white cherry blossom tree. Same photo ish, same-ish photo. More focus on the museum. What direction are we going here? Okay. Same thing. I don't know. None of these photos are great. I think I was trying to get I want to do something kind of like that. So I just took it like 4 different times. Tried to get a picture of this bird, but it kept turning its beautiful rust-colored belly away from me. And I was like, come on, bird. Tried to get a picture of this rabbit. But that looks like it's a shape shifting situation going on. I don't know. Terrible picture. Picture of a goose. Again, I wish I had a bigger zoom lens so I could have taken some better pictures of the gooses, but it's okay. More Obama Center. This is just from the other side of the basin, different side. Well, this is technically the same side as this photo, just further away. So, yeah. It's basically across 2 bodies of water and the wooded aisle. This is the Osaka garden, Japanese garden right there. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of took this photo like several times. I edited this one. It looks a lot more golden than what my camera captured, and it definitely wasn't quite that golden when I was out there, but I kind of like how it looked more golden-y than what it actually was. So I like it with that more golden hue to it. I tried to take this more at waist level, so it'd be a little bit more interesting because eye level was just like too high. And this is that harbor that I was talking about earlier when I got confused. Other side of MSI from the other side of the basin. Yeah, I don't know. Just try to kind of like play with reflection of the building again. I think that kind of looks cool, actually. It just needs to be like straightened up a little bit, and then I think it would be nice. I don't know. And then the fairy pool that I was playing with. So I don't know. It's okay to have photos suck. It's fun to go on the photo walk and be okay with the fact that, yeah, sometimes you're just going to take sucky photos. And that's fine. Because you can't take sucky photos if you didn't take photos, and you also can't take good photos if you didn't take photos. You just never know where you're... It's the blind box of hobbies. Photo walks. I don't know. Anyway, that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, listening to my ramblings, and joining me on little adventures. Yeah. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.